Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to Music Journal Monday. And today we're going to continue a bit of work on some of these pockets, getting some of these ones that are made from book page covered. I may not get very far with these, and I'll explain why in a minute. But I don't know how far I'll get actually filming right now because it's getting a little dark. The rain's just starting to come in, so if the light goes, I'll have to postpone and carry on probably tomorrow. You won't notice any difference, of course, because it'll just continue on. But I'll get as far as I can today before it gets a bit too dark to work. Right, so the first thing I wanted to do was just to show you these two pockets, because last time I added the trim just on this edge, and then I thought they actually looked a bit unfinished, looked a bit odd, so I've just continued the trim around the top, and I think that looks better. I'm still not sure whether to put a bit more down the side here. I think they're okay, but I might decide to put a bit more, just finish off the complete edge, but I think it looks better with the trim across the top. So that's how they are at the moment, so I just thought I'd show you that. So I'm just going to pop them back in my box. So these ones, I'm really keen to start introducing some fabric. So I think what I'd like to do today, if I get a chance, is to start doing a snippet roll, which I can then chop up and use to decorate some of these pockets. Some of them, this one won't need very much, I don't think. I may put a little bit of lace across the bottom, and that's probably all I'll do on this one. These two I thought might be quite nice because they're small. I don't want to put a lot on them because they're so pretty as they are, but maybe a little cluster in the corner or something of a few fabrics would be quite nice. So I might do that with these pockets. And similarly with these, not sure, they're very pretty as they are, so they won't need a lot. I've got this sticker that I want to probably put on here, which is "Music is what feelings sound like," which I thought was a lovely sticker. I've had it knocking around and wanting to use it, so I think that might go on this pocket. But I might do that next time, or whenever. But I thought just to break things up a bit. First of all, I'm going to cover at least some of these. So I've already got, as you saw, the two corner pockets. I want to put a pair of corner pockets in each of the signatures. So I've got this pair, and I've got this pair. So they're different shapes, or not different shapes, they're all triangles. They're different sizes, is what I meant. And these ones are much taller. So I thought if I just at least give these a background paper on it, and then I can decorate them perhaps at a later date. I will sew around them as well, I think. So let's start with those. And I've got a couple here that would work as belly bands or as side tucks. Again, I shall want one for each signature. As you can see, I've only got two here. I might use a piece of scrapbook paper for the third one, not sure yet. And I don't know if I'll get to do this one. I've just pulled it out as a blank. Whether I get to use it, I don't know, because we'll have to see how many I've got. I'm doing quite well with pockets. So let's make a start, because I don't want to get quite a bit done today, so I don't want to linger too long just over explanations. So I've got quite a little pile of some of my more neutral blank papers from the kits. So I've got this. This is from Vintage Viola, so I could use this one. This one's a little bit too neutral for me, too plain. I've got this nice one with music notes on it. I've got this one with sheet music, and this one that's got music over it. So I want a bit of this one, which is quite a busy one, which I might use possibly for one of the side tucks, maybe. Excuse me, I'm still coughing. Try not to cough too much, but it won't go away. Right, so I'm thinking maybe I'll use this one for the small ones. I think I quite like this. And I'm just going to glue these on and leave them as they are until I've decided how to decorate them. And they may just need a little sticker. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to glue them on. Get my glue book. And pop those on. So, I hope you've all had a lovely Easter. I guess by the time you see this, Easter will be a bit of a distant memory. But for me, it was only just the weekend just gone, so we had a lovely time with the family. We all went to, well, Richard and I both went to Jenny's on Easter Sunday and had a lovely lunch. A nice time with the family. You know, just the 5 of us. It was lovely, just for change. And then they all came, all five of them? Yeah, all 5 of them came to us yesterday. But just pinched my black scissors, so I'm going to have to use these. He says, can I borrow your scissors? And then I never see them again. Don't think he thinks I use my scissors or something. There's one. And then the other one. Make sure I get it the right way around. That's facing that way, so that needs to be facing that way. I need to put it on like that. There we are. Oh, another piece there. That's handy. Look at that. It's exactly the same size. How fun is that? Got a bit more music on it, but I wanted something that's fine like that because I'm going to decorate it and I'm going to sew round this as well. So I'll do that. That's one pair ready to be decorated. And I think I might use this one. It's quite it's got just music notes all over it. It's a completely different colour scheme, so I thought that might make a nice change. And it's from the other kit, so this one would go quite nicely in the page, perhaps where there's a Sweet Dreams paper opposite or something like that. So I'm going to use these ones for this. Turn those over like that. Pop that on there, I think. Let's get clean page. And these papers will make really nice pockets as well at some point. Right, so I've got those two finished. Well, finished, they're covered. That's all I can say. So they look better than they did. I've got to just decide how I'm going to decorate them. I had to go and retrieve my scissors where they'd been just all dumped where he'd left them, because I was struggling to cut with the other ones. They're not good enough for something like this. So I've got those back now. So I've got those two pairs ready to be decorated. Now the other thing I was going to do were these two. So I'm going to cover one of those, I think, with this one. I'm going to do a belly band with some fabrics. So, but I just need this to have a background. So is that going to go that way? Is that big enough? Yeah, I think it might just do it. So I'm just going to cover that in the same way. I just want to trim off the rough edge. Like that, and then I'll just do the same. Glue on some paper just to cover it. And then we'll get the fabrics out and have a play, shall we? Okay, belly band ready to go. And then for my, let's just check that this is glued together, because I haven't got the other one, no. Get the two halves stuck together. I'm going to sew around all these, as I mentioned earlier, so I'm not worrying about gluing right up to the edges on the inside. And I think for this one, for the side tuck bit that I want to do, I'm going to use this paper. I'm going to have to, make sure it's got some sort of reference to music on there. Okay, right. That's it. Okay, so that's my side tuck, or one of them. Maybe I should pick a piece of paper to use for the other one right now, so I've got the full set. I thought I might use something from the scrapbook paper, so just bear with a second. Let's see if I can use something from here. Oops. Yes, a lot of this blue, isn't there? I have got some more of this, which I could use. What's on the other side? Well, that might be quite a nice one. That's a possibility. What have we got here? No. That won't work, will it? Oh, I've got more of that. And what about... No, they're journal cards. Could use a nice piece of this with the piano on it. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? I think that might be the one. Oh, it's the last piece anyway. Okay, I might use a piece of that. What's this? Oh, I've got this. Franz Schubert. Well, it looks a bit odd that I might try and find something to use this for. Yep, there's still quite a lot of possibilities with this paper. Right, so where do I want it? Tuck. I think 3 inches enough. Just make it like that, just move it over just that touch more to make sure that the piano is properly in. So it's just over 3 inches. It's about 3 and 1/8, I think. Just because I wanted to make sure the piano was properly in the picture. And it needs to be, how tall? I'll check in the journal. So it's to be, well, that's a bit more than 8, that is, isn't it? Most of the pages are about 8. Is that 8? Oh, 8 1/4. Okay, I'll cut it at 8 1/4, and then if I need to, I can cut it down a bit more. I don't want to find it's not long enough. Eight and 1/4. And then we have a lovely little journal card here. Isn't that gorgeous? So yeah, journal card. And side tuck. That's rather nice. Like that. I will add lace to it and we'll be good to go. So I think I'm going to already, I'm going to put my thumb notch in. Roughly in the middle. Is that about right? Close enough. And get the walnut stain. Yeah, gorgeous. And I think the lace on there. It's a shame I'm going to lose my treble clef here, but I think it needs a bit of something there. What we're going to put on here. Yeah, I think that would look nice. Yep. Just tidy this up on this edge. And again, I think I will sew around this one as well. And all these things that I'm sewing I will show you in the next video. Do that off camera in between. Right, but first I'm going to just glue this down. I think I'm going to try using this, the art glitter glue. It's not super thick, this crochet lace, so it should be nice. So I've got my 2 side tucks and my belly band, and I've just inked around them, done my thumb hole in this one. That'll need possibly not much decorating either, probably no more than some lace as well, because that's already quite pretty. That one is, whoops, what's that doing on there? That one's ready to go. I love that. So those 2 I can put aside. I'll do a little bit of something on there, but they're going to be sewn around anyway. So I'll pop that in my box, ready to finish. This one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a long snippet roll, which I can use then for decorating all sorts of bits and pieces and the side of pages. But for this, I'm going to use this piece of plain fabric, which came from, I don't know, I think it was a tray cloth or something. I've used loads of it for doing this kind of thing. I've hardly got any left now, but it's a nice piece of cotton fabric, and it just frays beautifully. And I'm just going to cover this with fabric and lace as well, in a similar way, but it's going to be a bit wider, and that will be my belly band. So I may not get to that today, but in the meantime I have got this long strip of coffee dyed fabric. It's not great quality. It was an old slip of mine that I coffee dyed, and I've glued 2 pieces together because it's only going to be in the background as a base for all the fabrics and things, so I don't think it's a problem that it's not great quality. Hopefully it's not a problem. And then I'll chop it up and use it in various ways. And I've got a whole load of fabrics, and I've got some laces, and I'm just going to stick bits on and have some fun. So I've got some of this fabric, which I absolutely adore, and very tempted to make a journal cover out of this as well because it's just gorgeous. But for now I've just got this odd snippet. It's very, very stringy, very very prone to fraying, which is fine. I don't mind a bit of fraying. And I'm just going to chop myself some bits, I think, so I can just pick them up, glue them on. Cut this into little pieces. And then I've got this more neutral. I want to mix it up with various neutrals, some of the turquoisey colours, some pinks, just do a bit of a mixture, and obviously some laces. I hope these pieces are big enough. I think they are. And I have got this lovely fabric that I picked up with all the musical instruments on. So these are going to feature quite a lot, these pieces. I'm just going to try and cut the pieces down so that the instruments are showing. There's one there. There's a nice piece of music there, which I can use. There's looks like a guitar. Yeah, quite big pieces, so that if they are particularly big, they may end up on the billy band. Cut that piece off because it's cut in half. There's a little drum there, which I can use. I can cut these down a bit more. I'm just releasing a few pieces so that I can use them. Little French horn there. half a saxophone. I don't know if I'll use that. There's a nice little trumpet here. And okay, whoops. And a couple more bits. I've got plenty more, but I don't know how many I'll get to use, and some of these might be a bit big. That one. That one. And I'll just use some of these little bits. I've just got a bit of music on as well. Here and there. Little pile of those. Pile of these. What else have I got? Oh, I've got some baby wipe that's got some painty bits on. That's got the nice colours in it. So I do like using these because I love the texture of them. They feel lovely. They're so soft. So some of those can go in. Just do a few. Okay, some of those. And I've got one or two, quite a lovely piece of fabric here which has got these gorgeous roses, and I was thinking they're not very far off the colour of the roses in the vintage viola kit. So if I cut off most of the black, I might be able to use a bit of these. So I need to get a little bit of pink in because there's a lot of pink in the vintage viola kit. And there's quite a lot of pink in the Sweet Music kit as well. So I need to get all the colours in to these snippets. Okay. It's been ages since I've made a snippet roll. And a bit of this. Bit of this. I've got enough to get started, and I want got some little lace scraps here, so I'm going to hopefully dip into these as well. Have a quick sip of tea. My husband brought me a cup of tea, so all is forgiven on the stealing of the scissors. Right, I think I'm going to try, because I'm going to sew them afterwards, I'm going to just run a stitch down the middle. I'm going to try using the glue stick just to give them stick them on in the first place. And let's start with a piece of this off the back. I think I'm just going to go down the piece of fabric and see how it looks. Need to bring in a bit of pink. Something a bit neutral. So I'll probably add the lace on top afterwards, possibly, or some of the lace. Might put a piece as part of the background as well. This bit. I'll try and use some bits of this in the background. So which way around it should be? I think it's that way. And then it's sort of somewhere like this. It would be good to add some of these little musical instrument pieces. Like that. Piece of this again. No idea where I got this piece of fabric from. It's quite strange looking. It looks as though it's been coffee dyed, but not by me. I don't think. I think that's just how it came. I think that piece came from my sister. She gave me a little bag of bits a while ago. And let's bring a bit more of the blue in. Ooh. Okay. What else are we putting? Got any more bits lurking around? I've got some more blue here. Blue with some bits of more browny colours, which go quite well. Let's have a little bit of one of these going in there. Put that across there maybe. bottom way up. I think that's right. That's wrong. Don't want this piece of blue stuck in here, do I? Okay. A piece of this. I want a piece of this, I think. I'll tell you what I haven't put in. I haven't put any of that gorgeous velvet that I used for the cover. I'd like to put a bit of that in. Just a couple of bits here and there. Bring in that colour. Long scissors. Just colour strip. And I can just take some bits as I need them. Ooh, is it upside down? Nope, that's fine. I've also got some of this lovely William Morris fabric that I might try and get in a bit of. Go for something more neutral. It's one of those things you could just keep carrying on with all day, adding and adding and adding. I don't even know if this will be long enough for what I need. Okay, piece of that. Bit more of the lace. Oops. More pink. Don't want too much of the black though. Drowning in threads here. Excuse me, I need another sip. Like a bit more, something pink. Some other bits of pink here somewhere. Where'd they go? Oh, here we are. Put another piece of that on, I think. Or something in between. piece of this. Yep. Okay, and this last little piece here. I don't know how these will all go on the pages. I might find I've got far too much blue, because actually there's quite a lot of pink in it, but I seem to have got more blue. Maybe I'll have to make a different one with more pink in it. Just going to trim that off sideways because this tore on the bias. I think it's because it was made as a slip, so every time I tore it, it doesn't tear in straight strips, it tears on diagonally. So I get some very strange shapes. Right, and I'm just going to put this last piece of lace on here. Right. Now, let's go back to the beginning. And we'll see about getting on some lace. I'm going to go sideways a bit with this because some of it's going to be edge strips. And then some of it might be cut up into clusters or snippets to go on pockets. So we need bits that will go either way, don't we? So I need a bit more of these music pieces. Like that. Oops. Like so. And I like to put, I think, a bit more lace on these and maybe bring in a bit more pink that way. So I have got this piece of pink, too much, a bit too bright. I have got some quite pale pink lace here, so maybe that'll work. Everything's sticking to me. And a bit more down here. Bit of white, why not? Oop. bit of this, I think, up there. And I'm going to have another little piece of music. So I've got that there already. Maybe just a little bit. Ooh, that's a funny shape. In there. Okay, and a bit more lace, more of the pink. Just there. There is no rhyme or reason to any of this. I'm just popping bits on as they come out of my pot. Oh, I have got some coffee dyed lace that might be good, just to add on a different element of colour. There. Okay. In the middle there. Okay. Bit more lace needed, I think. A bit more of the coffee dye. And then another little piece of this music. How big have I got? Just do the music itself again. Right. I don't know if that's enough on there. It probably isn't. But I think it's enough to get started, and I think I will just sew it before it all starts coming off. So I will sew down the middle, and I shall sew around all my pockets that I've made a start on. I feel like I've made a start on a load of things, but I haven't actually finished very much. But I can only do so much in one video. At least make a good start, and then I can use some of these to decorate other things, and I can make another one if I need to. I may well do, just because it's fun. Yeah, so I will show you what we've done today, and I'll probably put pictures of the... Well, I'll just show you in the next video when they've been sewn around, and we might do a bit more work on this. And I've got to do the belly band thing, and I've just got to finish these, and these, and all the pockets from the Stamperia pad, not this one. We'll do some more work on that. So yeah, I'll come back and I'll finish these in the next video using some of this. That's the plan. Right, it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but we'll get there. I don't think these are too bad to go on here. And yeah, I've got a bit of work to do, but I can't sew around these yet because it's got to dry. Otherwise I'll just mess up my sewing machine, won't I? So I'll just run it through there, and I might add one or two more bits if it looks like it needs a gap. So I think there's a bit of lace needed here, but I think my video has gone on quite a long while, so I better stop. Yeah, so thank you for joining me today. Sorry it's been a bit bitty, but it's like that when you're trying to make a whole load of stuff. I want to make progress and do something different each time. So this was today's little main project. Okay, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.